Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts, mounds don't.
Because
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you do.
Hey, this is Kurtz. You remember that jingle? Well, you know what? It can help you remember your scientific notation rules because, just like candy, with scientific notation, sometimes you need to adjust and sometimes you don't. And I know math can drive us nuts sometimes, so I want to show you about when you adjust and when you don't. And for that, let me remind you of the rules of scientific notation. In scientific notation, you always have to have only one whole number digit, and everything else could be after that point. And that whole number place has to be between 1 and 9. It can't be over 9 because that would be 2 digits. And it can't be a 0. Now, I don't want to drive you nuts. So let's take a look at this. Let's make it easy. And then you can go out and have some candy. Okay, so let's try these right now. Now over here, we will need to adjust. And you know, sometimes it could drive us nuts, but I want to make it easy for you just to remember. Remember the format of scientific notation. If you watched our scientific notation videos, you must have a number between 1 and 9 in that first whole number digit. And it can only be one whole number digit. Everything else after the decimal. And that digit has to be between 1 and 9. It can't be 0. It can't be more than 9 because then it would be 2 digits. 10 is already 2 digits, a 1 and a 0. So you can't have more than 9 or under 1. When you do your math, multiplication or division, you get a number that's less than 1 in the whole number place, or it's 2 digits, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. Now, over here we will need to adjust because, as you can see, 5 times 3, the base number, we multiply them and we get 15 times 10, and when we multiply exponents, as you know, you add them, and we get 6 plus 3 is 9. That is not our answer because it doesn't fit the format of scientific notation where the whole number place has to just be 1 digit, then the decimal point. So we have to move that decimal point 1 place and put it right between the 1 and the 5, meaning the 15 came all the way down to 1.5. So to compensate, we bring the exponent in our answer up 1. The 9 becomes a 10. To compensate, it goes the opposite way. And so our answer is 1.5 times 10 to the 10th power. It goes up 1 when you bring the base number down by moving the place to the left. From there into the middle. Now, here we have division. In division, 3 divided by 6 is 0.5 times 10 to the 7 minus 3, and that gives me 4th power. And again, I have to move the place 1 place to the right this time to make it 5, or 5.0, times 10, and now it fits because remember that first digit can't be 0. To the, well, I brought that up. I made that bigger. This has to go down 1 from 4. The exponent goes from 4 to 3. Because I made the base number larger from 0.5 to 5 by moving the decimal 1 place to the right, the exponent has to go down 1 to compensate. This went up, the exponent goes down. So these needed to be adjusted. Now, sometimes you don't. These won't need any adjustment, and I'll show you why. First, we have 2.1 times 3.2, and you may see it with decimals, but remember, look at the base numbers. There? Good. It's a base number to start that fits. Of course, because I gave them to you. But let's see what the answer comes to. Will the answer fit the format? We have 2.1, and we multiply it by 3.2, and we get 6.72. 6.72. And 2.1 times 3.2. Yes, I always like to check it twice. And some of you will have to do that by hand, depending if you will be using a calculator. I just saved some time here and used my trusty calculator to get that answer. But you can see that this fits the rule. The whole number is a 6. Fits really nicely between 1 and 9, and then it's one digit and a decimal point. Times 10, let's not forget the rest of it. And we multiply the exponents, and when you multiply exponents, of course, you know you add them. So 4 and 6 give me 10. 4 and 6, 10. And that's it. I don't adjust because it's already in the proper format. Keep that in mind. You don't always need to adjust. Sometimes you don't. Likewise over here, a little division. 9.88 divided by 2.6. 9.88 divided by 2.6. And if you do that math, you're going to get 3.8 as your result. We're not doing the long division in this video, but there are other helpful videos on YouTube. Just put in the search long division, and you'll see a lot of help on that if you need to brush up. But the answer would be 3.8 times 10, and 8 take away 3, because when we divide exponents we subtract, is 5. 3.8 times 10 to the 5th power. Don't need to adjust because, again, 3.8 fits nicely between the 1 and 9. So, remember, sometimes you need to adjust. Sometimes you don't. Remember when you have to adjust. Remember when you don't need to adjust. It's all in the rules of the format of scientific notation. I hope this helped, and keep watching us on Easy Access Math.